Hey, what's up fellas, it's Mike, and we're gonna do a quick video here about getting shot off the break. A lot of people say that, you know, Mike, I'm just starting to learn, just starting to play some airball and I keep getting shot off the break. One of the biggest mistakes I see a lot of players make is when they run to their bunker. First off, they have a tendency to look down. That's not a good thing, okay? You wanna make sure that you always have your eyes up and looking at the field. Why? If you're starting to run to your bunker and you see a stream of paint coming right here, don't go through it, okay? If there's a stream of paint coming right here and you see it coming over there, just don't go through it. Either back up and use the X, or go in a different direction. But if you cross this stream right here, you're gonna have paint on you. So you have to do something else other than cross that stream. But anyway, first things first, make sure that your eyes are up, okay? And you're looking down the field. That's gonna tell you a lot about what's going on. A lot of players have a tendency to run with their head down like this, directly towards their bunker, and then they wonder why they get shot out. You can't do that. You need to have your eyes up. If there's a stream of paint coming, don't go there. Next thing, once you have your eyes up, the second problem that I see a lot of people make is they make a direct beeline towards their bunker, okay? So you know that home, let's say for instance, some people call this a rocket, you call it whatever you want. I don't know if you can see, you probably have to go just a little further over. You'll be able to see that there is a lane from home that's going to come directly across towards here, okay? So if that person at the home bunker is laning, his lane is going to go probably about halfway up. It's probably going to cross about right here, okay? And the ball is probably going to come down to about right here. So that's going to be his lane towards that rocket. If you run with your head down at a straight angle towards there, he's going to hit you about right here, okay? The best thing you can do is run along the back line and do what some people call a J hook or a hard cut up. This is what you guys will see me doing a lot. I'll run along the back tape. Now, sometimes the best part about running along the back tape is even though sometimes he'll hit me, the balls will a lot of times bounce just from the length. And we're talking about 150 feet here. What you want to do is you want to run until the bunker blocks you out from home, which is about right here. Now, he can't hit me from home. And then you want to go up at an angle to your bunker, like this. So it's almost the shadow almost works out perfectly for the direction that you want to take when you go up to your bunkers. So you want to run along the tape. Then once it starts to block you out, you get in the dead spot, then you can cut back up again and go back up. That's one of the best ways of getting to bunkers without getting shot off the break. You can do the same thing over here on this side. See the Dorito that's there? Instead of going at a perfect angle directly to the Dorito, you can come along the back tape, Dorito blocks it out, and then now cut right in from right here. Most of the people that are going to be laning are going to be laning from back center. Now, there are some amazing players out there that can run and gun just as good as they lane. If they hit you and they take you out while running and gunning, that's a great shot. You just got to give it to them. But coming to a Dorito like this, if you run directly at it, right here, there's going to be a lane right there coming from home. Go a little bit past it, use the bunker to block it out, and then dive into it, maybe a safer way to go. Now, that may not be the case at all. You have to walk every field. Every field's going to be a lot differently. But most people that are getting shot off the break are only looking to take primary bunkers such as these rockets here, and they just keep getting hit over and over again and they don't know why. Something else, let's talk about hand placement. Okay, it's a lot easier for a paintball to bounce or to break on this than it is to break on this, okay? This is hard, this is soft. Don't squeeze the Charmin, right, Willie? That's right. So, if you're running to the left, have the gun in your left hand, okay? If you're running to the right, have the gun in your right hand. You're more likely, if a ball hits you here, most likely it's gonna bounce. If a ball hits you here, most likely the ball is gonna break. So if you're running to the left, always have the gun in your left hand. If you're running to the right, always have the gun in your right hand. So if you're coming over here, let's say when you want to make that run, you keep the gun in your left hand. As you start to cross about right here, you're gonna see the stream coming in. Then you can just basically cut in and then jump into the bunker. But that run along the tape and turn in works amazing. Now let's talk about something else. If people are laning, one of the best ways to get them to stop laning, well, you don't really want to ask them politely, do you? That doesn't help anything. No, it doesn't help anything. One of the best things to do is to shoot back at them. It's one of the best things you could do. This is why you guys see, like, Mike, I don't understand it. How come you always pause when you get out of the dead box? One of my favorite things to do is to shoot back at the people that are shooting at me. I love doing it. It's how I get to my bunkers. What you'll see me do is I'll jump off and I'll come right here and I'm like, son of a bitch, he's trying to lane at my bunker. I can't get into my bunker until I put him into his. So I'll stand right here for a second and I'll just skim the X. A lot of people call this skimming. I'll just skim the X, shooting back at the laners, holding him down. And then once I see him get off of it, because he sees the paint coming at him, well, now I've got a free run, no problem at all, to come up. So laying their laners is one of the easiest shots and one of the best things that you can do, especially for mid players. Now front players, they got a little bit harder because they've got to get down further on the field. Mid players, one of the best things to do to get your players up the field is to lane back at their laners. Same thing over here. We'll come over here. I'm like, you know what? I want to go to that Dorito. They say 3, 2, 1, go. As soon as they say go, I see the stream of paint pouring over there. I'll come to right about here. And you can see it. And then let's say, for instance, I got 2 people at home laning, and they're trying to prevent me from going in. I'll stand right here and lane on them until they go back in. Well, let's talk about what else could happen. What if they see me pause right here and they pause and start shooting back at me? Well, that gives me just enough time to get into my bunker, because as I see the stream of paint coming at me and I see their guns change, well, now I can run and just go right into my bunker, because what happens is now they're gonna have to stop and then bring the stream back over there. Most likely it's not going to be as inaccurate of a shot. So laning back at their laners is one of the easiest ways to get yourself up the field. Sometimes the other players just will not get off the lane. Sometimes they're tucked in too tight. Many times you'll get a kill, an easy kill right off the break, because someone's going to be standing out in the open. They'll be standing out in the open like this, and they're just going to be laning. They'll never expect someone to pause right there and start shooting back at them. Now, I've actually gone up against people that try to lane back at the laners also, and we end up doing what's called skimming the X. So what'll happen is as I come off, I'll see somebody laning right back at me. Well, I've got to back up and just start skimming the X, trying to push him in so I can finally move over to the field. Sometimes he just will not get off of it. You got a great shot. Sometimes you just got to haul ass to the corner and hope for the best. Sometimes you'll take him out. Sometimes you'll put him in just enough for you to move up the field. But laning their laners is one of the best ways to get up to your bunker, especially these mid bunkers. And sometimes even getting up into the snake is one of the best ways to get into the snake, because as you put in all their laners, well, then you notice nobody's even shooting at you anymore. You just keep moving up the field as you're gunning. That's why I love the Pinocchio. So hopefully that helps getting shot off the break. Do not run directly to the bunker with your head down. One of the worst things you can do. Don't sit there and run at a direct beeline to your bunkers. Does not work. Run along the tapes, past your bunker a little bit, and then go up into it. For instance, this rocket. Let's recap. Come out, laning home, laning home, laning home. At this point right here, home cannot shoot me, okay? He's completely blocked out. So if that's where the lanes are coming from, now I've got a free ride. Now I'm coming in at an angle. I'm not going directly out. I can come in at an angle and walk right up to the bunker without having to worry about home shooting me out. So try that. Run along the back tape and take a hard cut. Try shooting back at their bunkers. Try running with your head up so you see where the streams are going at. Hopefully that should help you get to your bunker. Thanks for tuning in.